Man, so I was in Eastern Oregon just a few days ago, and we were out on side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and just climbing up mountaintops on all these beautiful trails.
Going nuts.
Going crazy. And, I'm talking like 4 and 5 and 6 hour excursions up in the mountains. There was all these old mines that we passed by. The weather was beautiful. We get up on top of this one peak, and they had called this place like God's phone, or the phone to God. And so we get up there, and we're up on top of this mountain, and there's another couple of people there on their side-by-sides, and we're trying to find out. We can't figure out where this place is. And they're like, oh, just look right behind you. There's a trail. Oh, okay. So we get up on the trail, we get up there, and there's a bunch of rocks, all kind of like built up together. And then there's a telephone pole with a actual phone booth in there with an actual corded phone, and it says to call 1-800-HEAVEN to talk to God or something. So it's the phone to God. So we're all kind of laughing about it and stuff, and I basically call her my sister, but she asked me. She said, "Derek, what would you talk to God about, or what did He say to you when you talked to Him?" I said, "Brandy, the only words I want to hear right now are well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into my rest." That's all I want to hear.
Medicare enrollment is just around the corner. In fact, it's coming up quickly. It's from October 15th to December 7th. And Doug Tice is the local agent who serves the Amarillo area and the surrounding areas that you need to get a hold of. He offers all of the options that you may be looking for. He offers Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage, and offers the prescription drug plans that you may be in search for. He has over 17 years of experience, and he will get you the benefits that you are needing. Give Doug Tice a call today at 806-418-2259. Again, that's 806-418-2259.
So it was a beautiful trip, but welcome to the show. I'm Derek.
I'm Shay.
I'm Sam.
And today, who's our special guest, guys?
Hey, we have Theresa with Discount Medical Supply.
That's correct.
Welcome, Theresa.
Thank you so much.
We're
I'm excited
to
to be here.
Yes, we're excited
to have you, yeah, because this is going to be a continuation. I hope you guys tuned in for the last episode. If you didn't, please go check it out. We had Doug Tice on talking about Medicare, Medicaid, so this is going to be a continuation of this series. Theresa, glad you're here. Tell us about you, your story. Who are you?
Well, I'll tell you what. I graduated, actually born and raised here in Amarillo, lived here all my life. Graduated from Paladura High School.
Go Don.
I was a Northside Don. Yes, I was. Great opportunity up there when traded for the world. Probably started getting into the health industry even when I was 17 years old. Went to work for actually a podiatrist. So that's kind of where my journey started as far as in this particular medical industry. I love the fact of being able to help people. It's just kind of, God gave me that passion, passion for people, passion for helping people as far as, at this point now, medical equipment. So I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I won't tell you exactly how long, but
you mean to
30
tell
plus.
me you're not 29, Theresa?
Oh, I wish. No, I really don't wish I was 29. I kind of have had a very blessed life, so I have nothing to complain about.
That's awesome.
So
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Well, the reason that this is coming about is because actually what we were talking about last week, again, if you didn't see that episode, go back to that. But just to recap on that, I was looking at an article by the Pew Research Center at pewresearch.org, and they were talking about the sandwich generation. And
Yes.
I know Derek's over there like a PB&J
Boy,
sandwich.
I'd eat a sandwich right now.
You know what I'm saying? But,
Sandwich.
but it's
Telling you, give me that sandwich right now.
we're talking about that generational sandwich generation of like it says on here. It says more than half of Americans in their 40s are in what they call the sandwich generation, where they are starting to have the issues or starting to have to deal with an elderly parent, maybe in-law, and also having kids at home. So this whole article spurs on some talk between us, and we've talked about this before about how builders need to start looking at that and there's a market for that of
There's a
having
big
some
market.
free fab homes in the back or modifying the existing home, something like that, or building in a new construction, having it built to deal with this issue. So that's why we wanted to have Theresa on here today, because there's a lot of things that really, I think, take people by surprise that are dealing with the elderly, that that they look at things that are in the home that's not an issue, but now it is all of a sudden. Am I right in saying that?
Absolutely. You know, it's real funny that you kind of was talking about this a little bit, because one of the biggest surprises for our seniors or a caregiver in the home, Medicare does not pay for anything in the bathroom at all. So
That surprises me, because
That's where like 90% of everything needs to
Absolutely.
happen, basically.
right, that's where the
Absolutely.
slips and falls are.
Absolutely.
It's either bed or bathroom.
And so people need to realize that just because, say, they need a shower chair, there is so much more to it. Yes, anybody can go online and shop. They can go to a big retail, but they don't always know what they're getting or what they need. I have been able to take care of families, well, like I said, for over 30 years. And they come in and they go, oh, I need a transfer bench instead of a shower chair. Or maybe I need arms on that shower chair just to help, say, a person that's just had hip surgery. You know, they need that little extra boost. Any of us can sell equipment, but when they come in to Discount Medical Supply, they're going to get educated on equipment. They're going to know how to use the equipment.
Okay.
You know, we were kind of talking earlier even about elevated toilet seats. Our builders can start adding that to homes, and we see a lot of people planning in advance for this situation.
Right.
We never know what's going to happen from day to day and what life might bring and changes that we have to make in our life. But, you know, it's simple things like, yes, elevated toilet risers that we can sell. You don't want to get them too high. You don't want to get them too low.
Right.
I mean, because you get them too high, guys, you can't go to the bathroom properly.
Which is a
So
problem.
you gotta have that going. You gotta have that going, right? So I mean, you know, there's so many things. I mean, obviously, on a new construction, the things that I would think of that just comes to my mind first is like a wider doors, right?
Yes.
For wheelchair accessibility. So maybe that's not a possibility because you're already in a home and your doorways are the way they are. I get that. So you can make some modifications.
That's just time and money, Sam.
It's just
That's
time
all
and
that
money.
is.
Right? It's time
Just
and
get
money.
more of
like-
that, you'll be fine.
Yeah, not a big deal. So, but that's important that you say that too, because coming in, you could buy something online, but you don't know the fit of it, right?
You
Yeah.
have no clue.
You don't know the operation of
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's the whole deal. People, you know, they can get wheelchairs that are so wide that they can't get through even bathroom doors at lots of restaurants or something, and especially in the home. So you want to be able to size people, make sure that that equipment's going to fit them properly. I've seen people with footrests that's way up too high, and that's going to cause pressure on the buttocks, cause wound sores and things of that nature. So, you know, I'm going to want to seat them at a 90-degree angle. So a lot of particulars with all of these items. I've got lift chairs, again, all sizes, all colors, large selection. One chair doesn't fit everyone. One
Okay.
chair.
And you don't deal with insurance, which is interesting to me. Tell me a little bit about like what changes have you seen over the years in like just in your industry? I mean, 30 plus years, you had to have seen some changes.
Oh, yeah. Even trying to get a wheelchair today is very difficult. Medicare has started critiquing every one of those, and what happens is there has to be certain documentation in that patient's chart. And basically what it says is, the patient needs this wheelchair in the home to accomplish daily living activities. Walker or cane will not work, and why it's not going to work. And if this stuff is not in records, they can go back on the home medical equipment service provider and recoup every bit of that.
Oh.
So with my little store, it's kind of one of those things, since we don't file insurance, then I'm able to offer affordable pricing because I'm not dealing with the losses of filing insurance claims. So independent living items, things of that nature, say a reacher, a magnifying glass, weighted utensils for somebody with Parkinson's disease, those things aren't covered through insurance anyway. So those are kind of some of the things that I carry. And again, if we can give patients or customers that part of independence, because what we find when we take people's independence away, they get angry. And so that's where I come in, because I can suggest different items that's going to help that person stay at home longer.
Right.
They don't have to go into a nursing home, just things like that. And, a lot of it is dealing with the 40-year-olds that come in and say, I'm trying to help my mom, and this isn't working. What will work? What can we do?
Yeah, I think that is the goal for a lot of people that have elderly parents, is they want, and the parents want that too. They want that independence. They want to be able to live on their own for as long as possible.
Yeah, because they don't want to be a burden to the kids, and that's the
No.
whole thing. And that affects their mental state, which, like you said, also will affect them physically over time. And what I love about the things that you supply here are, and I love that there's a local resource that we have in Theresa that can help people, because God bless my uncles, man. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have had a clue how to help my grandparents whenever they were going through some of the things that they were going through medically and in their needs, and the modifications to the home that had to be done. And I'm really thankful for people like you that are in our community, because at the end of the day, I promise you, up until probably today, none of us even knew we had a resource that if we ever got in that spot, we could reach out to ahead of time, And then something you mentioned earlier, Sam, that I think would be super important too, is even on new construction or contractors having a contact like Theresa too, to be able to help, because you're really the guide between provider and family.
Yes.
Because provider probably doesn't know all of these things that you do, so they come see you, and like you said earlier, you give them the education and the knowledge behind it, along with the right fit, so that they're not getting further, there's not any further problems or physical disability that happens because it's the wrong fit. So just thankful for you being in the community. I love having you as a resource.
I'm excited to be able to do it. I've seen a lot over the years, and lots of changes in the industry, and I think that's why I'm so grateful right now to be at Discount Medical Supply, because when they come in to see me, I kind of end up being family.
Awesome.
I've got people that come back into the store and say, "Oh, this is where I've got to come." So it makes me feel good to know that I've been able to provide a service for folks. And this is the thing. Even though I've got 30 plus years, things change. New equipment comes out. I mean, right now I've got a little carbon fiber power chair that is amazing. It zips, man. It's pretty cool. So
Awesome.
just lots of different options for people that they can come in. It's private. It's one-on-one, so it's pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Pretty sweet.
And it's not just, it's for all age groups. I mean, we were talking a little bit ago. Like somebody falls and breaks a leg, the kids don't do that, but maybe every once in a while they do. But, it's for all age groups.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I get the opportunity to take care of new moms, moms to be. We've got compression socks for people that are up walking all the time, leg swelling. So we have a line of that. Breast pumps for brand new mamas, which I just had a great grandbaby. So
Congratulations.
those are kind of some things that, it's lots of fun to be able to provide. That's
cool.
So pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yes, that almost told my age, didn't it?
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, how can people get a hold of you?
They can call me at our store, and actually we're located at 2112 Coulter Street. I'm just one block north of I-40, right by the Waffle House.
Okay.
Give you a
Okay.
landmark.
There you go.
And they can call us at 806-318-0334. And I'm the only one at the store, so just call and ask for Theresa.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Hey,
And I know. I've actually gone by a couple of times, just dropped by, and we're in our A&P together, so I've just dropped by, hung out, dropped off a few cards and stuff like that. So yeah, just go by and see her.
Awesome. Theresa, what are maybe your top 3 things that you want people to know that you see often that people may or may not know coming into seeing you? What are like some recurring things that if you could just give 3 tips to people, what would that be?
Probably the first one is doing business locally. Like I said, you can go online and they have no clue. Lots of times they'll deliver, say, a power chair to the home and you have to be left to put it all together. So go with a company that has had some experience, has the service backing up the products. So I don't know how many times I've had people come in and they buy stuff online and they can't get it fixed. So that's a big thing. And 2, just being able to educate on what insurance does pay for and what they don't, because there's just a lot of things that they don't. And just come in and see me, because lots of times it may just be a talk between the two of us. I kind of talked about shower chairs, but the last thing we want to do is put a shower chair in a bathtub and grandma has to climb over the bathtub.
Oh, right.
So if we go with the transfer bench, then they can sit on the edge of the tub and then shimmy over. So deal with somebody that's got some experience, that cares about people, that it's not just about the sale. It is about taking care of people and keeping them in a home situation to where they're going to be a lot happier in the long run.
Awesome. Good stuff.
I love that. Awesome.
Thank you, Theresa. That's awesome. Anything else you want to share before we conclude this episode, Theresa?
Just come by and see me. Come by and see me. We'll drink a cup of coffee, whatever.
That's right. You got a great local resource and a friend in Theresa.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Theresa, for being on the show.
Thank you.